Five Finger Death Punch has some very big things going on in 2022. They're going to be touring Europe with Metallica, and they're going to be releasing a highly anticipated new record, which they are currently working diligently on. And vocalist Ivan Moody took a break from the studio to talk to his fans about something very personal, which is his past struggle with addiction. Now, first and foremost, Ivan has gotten sober. He's been a wonderful example. We've lost so many musicians due to struggles related to addiction, and it's great to see someone like him showing that you can overcome that, and then you can actually be a good example to others as well. So Ivan shared a story on his Instagram last night about how he went through alcohol withdrawal syndrome, and this is something that is very difficult for people who have struggled with alcoholism. You can't just necessarily quit cold turkey. You need some assistance. He tried to quit on his own, and he had some very bad problems with it. Here's Ivan in his own words, sharing what he went through.
The question that keeps coming up more often than not is about my death. First off, was it real? Yes. I tried to quit drinking by myself on my own for 4 days. And the fourth day, my body shut down. I went into seizure and I died. I was handing my daughter a glass of water 1 second, and we'll get into the next. 2, what did I see? Now, for you to hear this, for one, you have to ask yourself, do you believe in life after death? I myself grew up a skeptic, very science-ridden. Half of my family was Christian, and the other half was Catholic. So from the get-go, I was confused. And I found holes in the system all the way through. Organized religion was never something I really bought into. Needless to say, and rebel as I do, I went hunting for answers. Far and wide, theology became my thing. I studied everything from Buddhism to paganism, Wicca, which is still very close to my heart, as a lot of you know, and Satanism. And no, not the stuff you see on TV, not sacrificing cats and enchantments and shit like that. The real work, the stuff that actually includes empathy, but that's a whole nother story. We won't go there. Needless to say, it all became moot at one point when I died. It was nothing like anything that you think, or that I thought, for that matter, or could have imagined. There was no light. I told Zoltan, it was like becoming part of the universal hum. Complete peace. It wasn't cold, it wasn't hot. There was no burden of any sort. And for a brief second, I was free. And all these memories, which is, I'm assuming, why people say your life goes flashing before your eyes, started flashing before my eyes. And I saw things from my infancy all the way up to that moment. And I remember thinking, this is too good. I'm not ready for this. I have more to do. I'm not saying that. I truly remember thinking that. And out of the distance, I heard a voice. And it was my daughter. Just like the video, when you see the hand come out and grab mine. And I don't know how to explain it, and believe me when I tell you this, I don't think some things are meant to be explained. But my heart lit up, clenched, I could feel it, and I became mass again. And I jumped right back into my body. Truth. And I opened my eyes, and it was wet. And I looked up, and it was my daughter, holding my head, crying on my face. And above me were two EMTs, with paddles. And I remember them asking me questions, and the very first words out of my mouth, please don't tell the fans. documented. My first concern was that I was going to let you down and my bandmates. Not the fact that my beautiful daughter was holding my head, or that I was a fucking drunk, or I just had this disease and I couldn't fight through it. None of it occurred to me. The only thing that mattered was that you and my bandmates still had faith in me, because music is all I have. It's my whole connection to everything. Needless to say, again, sorry, I keep repeating that. Coming back, certain things got lost. And I'm sure you've heard that. I know everybody's experience is different, but I'm assuming from what I've read and from what I understand, there are similarities. The parts of me that stayed there or that went there were parts I don't miss. A new fire lit into me. I'm telling you this. Indescribable. Hashtag Phoenix Rising. I was dead. And the love that I get from others, the notion that I had more work to do here was enough to pull me back into this. This whole new record has been an awakening for me, and it will show through. I want to tell you that this video, again, means more to me than I could ever explain to any of you. And it means the world to me that it's affecting you in ways. To all of you people in recovery, fuck everything. You've got to hate it. Don't have a go to God experience. You don't need to. I'm telling you right now. You're worth it. And that's the tragic truth. Probably didn't answer all of it, but I hope I gave you a little insight. Long or the short, it's good to be alive. And that's why I end this always by saying, be well.
It's great to have Ivan talking about his sobriety. It certainly will help a lot of his fans who may struggle with addiction to know that somebody like Ivan can go through this and overcome it as well. Really, really good stuff. Anytime somebody can talk about help getting sober, it is wonderful. So kudos to Ivan for that, continuing to be such a great example in that area. Of course, we're looking forward to that new Five Finger Death Punch album, which is yet to be announced, yet to be titled, but the band has said they are working diligently on it in the studio. So, of course, we're going to keep you posted on that. That's your latest update from Rockfeed. Be sure to click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on future stories. Check out the recommended videos on your screen and visit rockfeed.net for more.